This week in memes, a 9-year-old in Australia suffering from dwarfism has a clip go viral online this week of him breaking down after a bout of bullying at his school, only to be met with even more bullying online as the internet seems to think that he's actually 18 years old and conning people for donation money. Kaitlyn Bennett continues to tour around different universities, although the students seem to have had enough of her now that they know that she can't really keep her shit together. And finally, Mike Bloomberg continues to try and harness the power of memes to take himself into the White House, but as we all know, with great memes comes great responsibility. I like your sketchers, you like me, my Gucci shoes. I'll buy you the bus only if you show me your boobs. I like your sketchers.
Do I like it when SumitoMedia gives us political opinions in videos? Well, I don't know that, but if there's one thing I don't like, it's that guy in your tweets who keeps commenting bra under every single one of them. You know, it definitely took a while to get used to somebody replying to every one of my tweets with the word bruh, but at the end of the day, the name of the game is engagement, so who am I really to complain about that? Anyway, on to our first story. In Australia, a 9-year-old named Quaden Bayles suffers from a rare form of dwarfism that leaves him, you know, smaller than the average individual. Him and his mom have gone off to visit local activist groups in order to raise awareness for this rare disease, but obviously with how obvious it is to spot that he suffers from this condition and the fact that he's only 9 years old, it has become a big source of stress and bullying for the young child, especially at school. This climaxed in the event of a video that his mother posted on Facebook of him breaking down after a particularly bad case of bullying at that day at school. This has resulted in a number of what he says are his favorite celebrities tweeting out videos, showing their support.
Quaden, you are stronger than you know, mate. And no matter what, you got a friend in me.
In addition to receiving big supportive messages from both Hugh Jackman and Mark Hamill and a bunch of other celebrities, Brad Williams, who is a comedian who also suffers from dwarfism, has made a GoFundMe campaign in an effort to send young Quaden out to Disneyland that at the time of recording has raised over $400,000, the excess of which Brad says is going to be donated to anti-bullying and anti-abuse campaigns. Hey Twitter, isn't this a great heartwarming story? Kid was crying and, you know, super upset after bullying, and then a bunch of celebrities reached out to tell him that they believe in him, and now he gets to go to Disneyland. Isn't that all good? I don't know, Sumito. I think if you look a little bit closer, you can see that this is no 9-year-old suffering from bullying. This is, in fact, an 18-year-old con artist who has plenty of money and is just making a fabricated, fake video in an effort to raise more money because it's all a scam. It's tough to source exactly where these claims began to come from, but I found a couple Facebook posts. This one that says, just so you know, he scammed everyone. He's 18, he has plenty of money, and yeah, everyone fell for it. Now, if I'm wrong, please source your link or explain why to me, but he's an Instagram celebrity, and deleted captions pertaining to his 18th birthday post. As well as, this kid goes to my school, he and his mother are well known throughout the school and not for good reason. The kid has a bad attitude and constantly teases other kids and then cries when the kid gives it back to him. I don't condone bullying, but this kid incites it and then has the audacity to bitch about it. Don't believe the story. If there's anything that the internet hates more than seeing a child being bullied, it's feeling like they were bamboozled in even the slightest sense of the word. Since these posts started making their rounds, people started to doubt that Quaden Bayles was bullied at all, posting pictures from his Star Now page and showing that he's rich and he's luxurious and he's not even 9, he's clearly 18. Look at him at his 18th birthday party. People decided to also muddy the waters by going after Brad Williams, the comedian that started the GoFundMe page, by posting a clip of I'll just play the clip.
So she's in the back and Mencia's married. He's not gonna do anything. So he turned off all the lights and then sent me in. And then I started hooking up with the girl. And it went for a good 15 minutes before she realized that, I mean, Mencia's tiny, but he shouldn't have stubby arms like that. And then finally she realized that she was having sex with me.
That's kind of, I feel like that's like a rape story.
In the case of Quaden Bayles, obviously the internet was very quick to switch from sympathetic to overly aggressive in digging up his backstory, but too quick. obviously, in this case. Quaden Bayles is not 18. The pictures that he's taken of at that birthday party were of his cousin's 18th birthday party. In fact, Quaden Bayles' age has been very well documented between being on live television with his dwarfism situation at the early age of 4, his mom posting Instagram pictures at his 8th and 9th birthday party, both of which being a year apart. It's very, very obvious that he is the age that he says he is. Most of the images that are being posted online of Quaden Bayles spouting money and what have you are from his Star Now page, where he's trying to make an acting portfolio. Some of them are just his face photoshopped onto something else. Some of them aren't even Quaden Bayles, so most all of that falls apart. And as for the Brad Williams thing, you know, I can't really comment it on too much. It's pretty stupid to trick a woman into sleeping with you. It's even stupider to bring it up on a podcast. But, you know, you raised $500,000 for bullying. People can do good and bad in their life. That's life. 9-year-old Quaden gets bullied. Social media rallies to his rescue. Social media then believes that he's faking it and that he's actually 18 for some reason. Social media proceeds to bully Quaden because of this, before finding out that he is in fact actually 9 years old. And then not doing anything as a result of that. This is one of dozens of examples that you think the internet would learn from, take in stride, and maybe just wait a day before attacking somebody's entire well-being because of it, but they never do. I hope young Quaden finds his strength, enjoys his time at Disneyland. I certainly enjoyed my time there, and just finds some peace with who he is and what he's got. He did manage to come out with the Australian rugby team just the other day, so that's cool.
Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Our next story has us revisiting Kaitlyn Bennett, our favorite gun-wielding graduate who can't seem to keep it in her pants, by which I mean her defecation.
Baby, tonight, Kaitlyn Bennett in her pants again.
Now, Kaitlyn Bennett has continued to try and interview students at a bunch of different universities at this time, but she's found it much more difficult now that the news of her having shit herself has become mainstream media. Now, given Kaitlyn Bennett's relatively aggressive approach to interviewing college students about these hot-button topics, the widespread belief that she has shit herself at this party has led the universities that she has since visited to just clown her at any and all given opportunities. Kaitlyn Bennett has tried to remedy this harassment in a few different ways. Her first attempt was to put on a disguise and then ask people what they really think about Kaitlyn Bennett before removing her disguise and seeing if they would say that same stuff to her face, which they did.
I thought it'd be interesting to see if people had the courage to say the same things once I took off my disguise. She's a shithead. What if I told you I am that girl? Do you still think I'm a shithead? I mean, yeah.
After being basically bullied off of Ohio University's campus due to a large mob of people who didn't agree with Kaitlyn Bennett's stances, didn't agree with Kaitlyn Bennett in general, who knows, she proceeded to take to Twitter and tweet out, "I will absolutely be returning to Ohio U's campus again, and next time I'll bring an army of gun owners for an open carry walk through campus," which, you know, the whole premise of only having weapons for self-defense kind of gets defeated when you decide to try and use them as an intimidation factor. I think the gun girl is cool. She's always calm and collect. Shut the fuck up, Keemstar. This is the worst case of simping I've ever seen in my life. And she retweeted it?
Hi, my name's Kaitlyn Bennett, and welcome to Disney Channel. Don't forget your diapers, kids.
Mike Bloomberg continues to live in some reality where he believes that he is in fact in touch with the young people's memes, but is not. In his latest situation, he has bought a number of billboards that state stuff that I don't think is supposed to be memey. I think he actually thinks people are going to read this and go, hey, that's kind of cool, but every one of these billboards just kind of reads like they took a big swig of bone-hurting juice, and not in a good way. Donald Trump eats burnt steak. Mike Bloomberg likes his medium rare. This reads like something out of a textbook that's like, hey, this is what really bad propaganda was like in the 40s, but people were stupid back then, so they believed it. Except it's now, and it's real. Donald Trump cheats at golf. Mike Bloomberg doesn't. Well, I gotta say, that's really all I base my presidential campaign on. I guess I gotta vote for this dude now. Naturally, people have taken this opportunity to use a billboard and just plaster whatever they really want on it, because if Mike Bloomberg's going to make it this easy, I mean, you might as well make fun of the dude. I would comment on this more, but I feel like by the time this video goes up, there's going to be even more stupid stuff than Mike Bloomberg has done, so let's just sit comfy and see what else comes from this, huh? We're going to quickly rapid fire through these last ones since there isn't too much to the stories. McDonald's says that they're going to sell a limited edition 6-pack of candles that smells like the Quarter Pounder ingredients, which is ketchup, pickles, cheese, onion, and beef, which is only 5 flavors for your 6-pack of candles, so I already feel like this probably isn't real. And a kid took the time to dress up as Doug Dimmadome, including making himself a hat that stands over 6 feet tall, and then proceed to lonely eat a Whopper by himself at a Burger King, which is... you know, relatable, I guess. Thanks so much for making it to the end of yet another episode of This Week in Memes. If you guys want, please hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss me coming out every week. That's not the way I should have said that. Anyway, remember to like the video, whatever. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.